Hey, so I'm just going to convert my Angus MacKirk Grubbstake here into a power sluice. So the stuff I'm going to use is just a couple of these galvanised angle brackets, a couple of end caps. I'm not sure if I'll need those yet though. Just a couple of bolts to attach the spray bar down to the top there, some silicone and this to make an end plate to go along there. And then of course the PVC, 25mm PVC piping for the spray bar. Yeah, I'll show you how they go along. Alright, so I've just drilled out these holes here. I've cut the PVC pipe, I've got the brackets, and I've cut the little end plate out. So it's basically going to go something like this. That end plate will go on the end like that. These brackets will go like that, and then the spray bar will sit in there like that, and obviously hose coming in from the side. Yeah, I think it's coming together alright. Looks like it could work. I've got, like I said, I've got bolts for these sections here. I'm not going to rivet. I'm going to rivet them to the pipe so I can take that whole section off as one, but then I can attach it with bolts onto that, so I can, and obviously I'll just silicone the end on so that I can just tear it off and reapply it whenever I want to use it as a power sluice. Coming together. Okay, so now I've attached the brackets to the pipe, as you can see, just riveted into the pipe, and that's going to sit like that, and these bolts will go in there and in there, like so, and that'll hold it in there nicely. Next step is to attach that end piece, like so. Okay, I'll get to that now. Okay, I just drilled out a bunch of holes in the spray bar, so they'll sit thusly, if you can see that there. Come together. Okay, so for this end bit and to attach the end plate on to seal off the sluice, I'm just going to essentially silicone around the edges and then just take the end plate and basically stick it on there with a bit of weight on there, and I think that should be enough because it doesn't need to be too tough and there's going to be no pressure or anything on it, so hopefully that should be enough, and then I should be able to easily rip that off, unscrew these bits and then turn it back into a sluice for whenever I need it. Alright, so I've siliconed the end on there, as you can see, just a bit of weight on there. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it was on hand so went with that. But anyway, yep, that's on there now, that's attached. So I'll let that dry and then I'll come back, attach the bars and give it a test run. Till then. So I plan on running this on 2 bilge pumps, hence why I've got 2 of these connectors at the end so I can insert the pipe into both ends. Each of the bilge pumps are 1100 gallons per hour, I believe. But we'll see how that goes. This is why I bought the 2 end caps. I'm not sure if having it coming in on both sides is going to be an issue, so I might have to just cut it down the middle, or cut a fresh piece, cut it down the middle, put 2 end caps on, and that might work better, but I figured I'd give this a shot first. I don't see why it wouldn't work as long as I've got adequate holes in the bottom that equal the size of the holes at the end. It should be right, I think. Alright. So this is the way I've drilled out the spray bar, as you can see, just roughly. And we'll see how that goes, and if I need to I can add some more in there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so the silicone's dried up, or at least enough to have a look at it, stick it together. I'll have to leave it to cure overnight. It's come out alright, I think. So I'll just stick it together now and so you can have a look. that's sturdily on there now. That's how it looks from the back. Looking good. Alright, now to test it, I'll just get the pipes all hooked up, the bilge pump, get the battery out here and let's run some water through it. And in that tub there I've got some leftover material from Reedy Creek that I've already ran through and got the gold out of. So lots of black sand and stuff in there, so I'll just stick that through and we'll have a tester with that, I think. Alright. All hooked up, ready to go. Time for the inaugural test. Battery up. Alright, let's see how it goes. Success.